My name is Nur Farah Wahida binti Muhammad Hadi and my ID is 012021090128 and I will be doing a video presentation on informative speech. So basically for the informative speeches, the topic that I will be just presenting, which is social media does affects the self-esteem and also perceptions of ourselves. So we all aware on the social media that affects our life being for now, and then this can consider a very advanced technology whereby it helps on in many terms, including the society, including the individual and also the organization itself. But there will be always have the pros and cons when it comes to handling a social media, as per mentioned, whereby the social media can involve in any kinds of algorithm, whereby okay, let's say we have such a Instagram, we have such a Twitter, Facebook and so on. There's so many level of age that actually involving with this, whereby there will be an such thing of the post, like it can be just a word, it can be pictures, it can be a video, or even it can be through the music itself to spread the awareness. But I can say that social media does affect someone to become introvert to extrovert, or even someone that can trigger their anxiety, their panic attack and so on, where I will be mentioning like after this. So social media can significantly impact our self-esteem and also perceptions of ourselves in a various way. So here are some examples. So the first one is the comparison, whereby the constant exposure to carefully curated posts on the social media platform that can lead to comparison with other people. So people often showcase their best moment, their accomplishment and also their appearances, that creating unrealistic standard that may negatively affect one's self-esteem. The second one will be the FOMO, whereby we call it as the fears of the missing out. So whereby we seeing others engagement in exciting activities or event on social media that eventually can trigger feelings of inaccuracy of the isolations that leading to FOMO. So this fear can affect our self-esteem, making we feel that we are missing out in life. And then we have the body image issues. What I can say body image, whereby the social media emphasize on the physical appearance that contribute to body image concern. So unrealistic beauty standard portrayed on the platform that may lead to a body dysmorphication and lowered our self-esteem, especially among vulnerable demographics. And then we have the validation and likes. What I can say validation and like, whereby we rely on the numbers of the likes and comment for the self-worth can be harmful. So desire of this validation through social media that negatively impact our self-esteem, as people may feel that unimportant or rejected if their post doesn't have received so much attention and also liked. And then we have the cyberbullying, whereby we know that social media provide a platform for cyberbullying, which that can deeply affect one's self-esteem, and such as like harassment, negative comments and also online abuse, whereby this one can lead to feelings of the worthlessness and also shame. And then we have selective sharing, where people tend to share their success and positive experiences on the social media while concealing struggling or failure. So this actually can create an unrealistic portrayal of the life, potentially making others feel inadequate or unsuccessful in the comparison. And then we have the confirmation bias. So social media algorithm often reinforce our existing belief, that leading to a confirmation bias. So this can polarize perspective and contribute to the feelings of being misunderstood or isolated, whereby we can impacting our self-perception. And then we have imposter syndrome. So comparing oneself to similarly successful individual on the social media that can trigger imposter syndrome. What I can say imposter syndrome, whereby it makes people doubt their abilities, their capabilities, and they feel like they don't deserve their accomplishments. So it's a very essential to be aware of these effects and practice a mindful social media usage to protect our self-esteem and also mental well-being. And I can say that taking breaks, limiting screen time and also engagement in offline activities that actually can help foster a healthier self-perception. Indeed, we have a very pros and cons, and then here I can define, also justify the how you overcome the self-esteem and also the perceptions of ourselves based on the social media effects. So overcoming the self-esteem impact from the social media involve several strategies. Okay, eco strategies. So the first one, limit the usage. So we can reduce the time spent on the social media to avoid constant comparison and also negative self perception. And then we can curate your feed, whereby we unfollow the accounts that might trigger our negative feelings and also follow those that inspire and uplift you. And then we focus on the real connections, whereby we prioritize in-person interactions and meaningful relationship to build a stronger sense of the self-worth. And then we have the practice self-compassion. So what I can say is, be kind to yourself and remember that everyone's journey is unique and different. So and then we can engage in hobbies where you can pursue your activities that you enjoy and that can boost your confidence level and also self-esteem. And then we can help for seek support, where we can talk to our friend, family, or a mental health professional that if we are struggling with the very bad self-esteem issues. And then we can have to recognize the illusion, whereby understand that social media often portray highlights of the real, not the full of reality of the people life. Remember, our worth isn't determined by the social media validation, and also embrace your uniqueness and focus on your personal growth instead of just like compare yourself with other people that actually they just like represent themselves, the happiness, the success, without actually showing their own struggle, tears, blood, sweat, and so on within the social media. So precisely, social media usage can indeed impact our mental health in both negative and also positive ways. So on the negative side, excessive use that can lead to feelings of anxiety, depression, and also loneliness, as well as the comparison between others and also a fear of missing out. And then it can lead for cyberbullying also, and also online harassment that contribute to a negative mental health outcomes, and it will affect our self-esteem and perceptions. And on the positive side, social media does provide a platform for connecting with friends and also family, whereby it can build our supportive communities and accessing a valuable information and resources. So it can promote the social awareness and activism, facilitate the professional networking, and provide a creative outlet for our self-expression. And in addition, the key lies in finding a healthy balance and setting boundaries within the social media usage, which is to mitigate the negative effects while embracing the positive aspect that it offers behind the scene. So magnificently, understanding our self-worth comes from within and not from the external comments. So it involves recognizing our own value, our strength, and also embarrassing our uniqueness regardless of the other's opinion. So I can say that building a self-esteem is a journey of the self-awareness and also self-acceptance. So after all, from based on the topic that I've chosen, there is a lot of another information that I can conclude here. Even though that we have to precise our self-esteem and also perceptions of ourselves, to build a very strong strength and also connection with yourself is a must in a life, because at the end of the day, the reality hits you differently when it comes to social media. Because social media, you just that you portray yourself, you portray whatever that your achievement, your anything that required you to get a successful event, whereby you portray to share your happiness. And also sometimes when it comes to that, it's not necessary for yourself, it's eventually for the positive side. When you embrace your successful events, it helps other people that eventually uplift their strength, their inner soul, that they want to be like us, that actually it's not necessary to be like her, but a better versions of themselves. But then in negative side, like I said, social media does affects a lot of mental health being, where sometimes due to just a small comments that they will lead them to suicidal thoughts, that which is not very good in terms of social media usage. Therefore, whatever that you are dealing with, you have to keep it to most of yourself. But then in terms of you want to reconnect to other people, social media is an advanced technology that help other people to reconnect. Even though when it comes to business, when it comes to community, when it comes to society, social media is a really a good platform to fly our wings to new environment or new adapter and so on.